On January 16th, Israel's civilian population suddenly found themselves on the front lines of the Persian Gulf War. On January 17th, a major airlift left Germany and the United States. Its mission, to bring batteries of Patriot missiles to Israel and help protect millions of innocent men, women, and children trapped in the midst of the war. Along with the Patriot batteries arrived several hundred of America's finest from the 443rd ADA, 17th ADA, and the 11th Signal Battalion, as well as a technical team from Fort Wicks. These men and women made history. They were the first foreign troops ever to serve in Israel.
The support and the cooperation that we got from the American troops that were engaged in the mission as SCUD busters is magnificent.
Within 24 hours of their arrival, the first batteries were set up and ready to go.
I was the head of the Israeli delegation in Fort Bliss. We were studying a special Patriot course in order to operate our batteries. When the first SCUDs fall in Tel Aviv, I spoke with my headquarters and I get the order to come back with my soldiers to operate the batteries. I took them, and in 48 hours, we were ready to fire.
In fact, the first night that the U.S.-Israeli crews were deployed, they downed their first missiles and they became SCUD busters. Bi-national teams of Israelis and Americans are working together to protect Israel's population centers and safeguard this very special country.
Yeah. Prepare to raise launcher, all clear!
Israel is a place in which we all dream of coming. And because, you know, this is the Holy Land. And to fight, to come, to defend a place like Israel, there's no greater honor than this.
It is the first time in history that we are trying to intercept tactical ballistic missiles coming towards a populated area. It was an urgent job. I think there was a terrific cooperation between the Israelis and the American forces. We worked quickly, efficiently to get the job done, and we enjoy working together.
Who in the state of Israel and the armed forces here would have dreamt that we would have American forces on our land helping us defend this country? This is definitely a moment in history. After working, sleeping, and eating with the American forces for 6 weeks, I can say that we have joined hands in working the Patriot system, and we have also become firm friends.
But now, after 5 weeks, it's hard for me to think in Hebrew.
Patriot batteries have quickly become part of the scenery, and Patriot teams are among Israel's biggest stars. Everyone wants to visit them.
Come and sit up closer. New York up close.
Fine, where'd you live?
God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
I think it's important to note that if you went out and talked to any soldiers who were involved, whether it be a sergeant or a new soldier, whether he be American or Israeli, you'd find the same type of sentiment. As I walk through the compound at night and I go up by the guard post and I see the point where the American guards and the Israeli guards come together and they're there talking together, sharing a cigarette or just having a discussion, you can see that there's a bonding that's occurred between soldiers from two different countries working together for the first time. When we visit the batteries, every fire unit has soldiers from both the Israeli Defense Forces and from the U.S. forces, and the relationship between those soldiers is absolutely superb. It could not be better, and for somebody who knows soldiers and who's been around them for a long time, it doesn't take long to tell that soldiers have a great deal of respect for each other, have a great deal of confidence in themselves and their allies, and have a great deal of good feeling in cooperation together.
Despite the round-the-clock pressure, the American troops in Israel have been treated to day trips that gives them a chance to see a bit of the country, enjoy a meal in a restaurant, and do some shopping. The men and women of the Patriots have helped us to meet a difficult challenge. They're doing a tough job where they mustn't fail. They've upheld the traditions of freedom, democracy, and decency.
I would like to take the opportunity and thanks and salute the SCUD busters that came here in a very short notice and participate with us in defending this country from the SCUD terrorist acts. The Patriot missile system is a relatively new missile system, especially when it comes to defend against ground-to-ground missiles. You have done a great job, and the cooperation between our troops and your troops was something that can be learned a lot about.
The men and women of the Patriots have done their countries and their uniforms proud. We hope that you'll look back on these days and remember the good times you've had, the good friends you've made, and the great job you did being a SCUD buster.